Just an off-the-charts offering and a real headliner to the current auction. '03 Exquisite, limited logos, Jordan, and probably the prettiest example that we've ever brokered of this card. The attributes that are noteworthy are many. Certainly the technical condition of the card. It's graded a 9.5 by Beckett as gem mint, but on top of that, the subgrades are very high. So what we would call a quad plus with 3 9.5s and a 10 on surface. So it's very well preserved, unquestionably packed fresh throughout. But then what we have also is a perfectly struck autograph, in our opinion. And then the patch is truly as fine as you'll ever see on this issue. These large patch windows that are, associated with the limited logo obviously are the focal point of the production. But I don't think I've ever seen one with so much diversity. It's technically just a 3-color patch, but we have the repeating black and white. It makes the illusion of like a 4 or 5 color patch just because it's got so much change throughout it. This is about as good as you're ever going to see from a patch perspective. So I think this card, it's important in its own right. There's only 75 of them ever made. This one's serial number 35 of 75. But on top of all that, it's a card that really is in the upper echelon of examples that exist within the 75. You'd be very hard pressed to find a copy that you would put ahead of this one in terms of just overall preservation and eye appeal, given the patch and autograph, etc. So really delighted to have it in the auction. It's definitely a headliner that we're elated to be featuring to the eBay community. As we said, the subgrades are all very, very high. Edges and corners are just about as packed fresh as you're ever going to hope for from an issue that was made 15 years ago. Corners are all extremely crisp. Just the subtle, you have to be really picky to say that, to point out anything in terms of wear, but if you had to, you could say that the corners at the very, very extreme tips have just the slightest bit of touching. Some of them don't even have that. The edges, there's like these little micro edge touches here and things like that, but it's really subtle. The card is about as pristine as you're ever going to find. And it's really exciting to have in the auction. These are just world-class investment pieces, and as the modern basketball market in particular continues to mature, it's these cards which really represent the foundation upon which the market is measured. If you want the best of the best, this card really does check all the boxes, and we're delighted to have it.